Hello everyone, this is Sean and welcome back to episode number 18 of our Willamette Valley Railroad Transport Fever Let's Play. We're on hard difficulty on a free game USA map, and when we left off it was 1969 and we had been setting up all the lines to go through our stations, huh? That's what was going on there. So we've got Arlington and Eugene goods lines, we've got the Chula Vista local lines right there. Actually went ahead and bought the trucks to go on those lines, so I have it paused. That's why nothing's happening. So we've got those trucks assigned, and now we're going to reassign some trains off of our existing, or out of our existing depots onto these new lines. So let's go round some of these trains up. I bet you one of them is sitting down here. Two of them are sitting down there. Great. So how are we going to get these onto the wood line? I guess we'll just put them on and we'll see if it can figure out how to get them there. So why don't you stop? Actually, why don't you go back to the depot? Why don't you unstop? There we go. Go back to the depot. I guess you gotta wait for that other train to get out of the way. So that one's gonna take a little while to get over there. We will put on the Eugene goods line. And that's those trains. I'm gonna wanna make sure that I space these two out. So I'll set those up there to keep an eye on. Alright, so you need to go back to the depot. What's going on with you? There we go, now you're in the depot. Alright, and what do we got for additional trains? That's it? Oh, no, that can't be all the trains that are in depots. I sent a whole bunch of trains to go to the depot. Isn't that what I did at the end of the last episode? Was like send a whole bunch of trains to the depot? There's no way I only sent 3. Okay, there we go. Oh, because we're doing visible only. I'm such a dummy. Alright, Eugene and Flint, you can only open one at a time. So I don't really need this one. I'm going to go ahead and sell off the cars. These two, we'll go ahead and set as Eugene goods. So let's close. Actually, let's do one Eugene and we'll do one Arlington. There we are. Eugene goods and Arlington goods. And I know, so Arlington goods already has one on it. And that's this one. So I'm not quite sure. You're going to Chula Vista East. That's good. I guess no matter where you end up going, you're going to be fairly well distanced from that one. And for this one, we need to add some oil cars, because this one is going to go onto the plastic line that we had to abandon earlier, and that's Arlington Crude. So this one will go from here up to here and then take that oil to the refinery and then back to there. Is it going to be able to find a clear path to where it's going? I think I've got it set up to where it can. Alright, and then over here in the Flint depot, it's not a very good spot for it, but that's going to be our second Eugene goods line. Should be able to find your way. Oh, I should have made sure that was a... I know I've got a steam train somewhere in here, somewhere hidden away. Oh, that's right. I think I set those to just automatically sell themselves, right? Why are you going to Dayton South? Oh, I see. You're supposed to have logs on you. Got it. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and start you up. I don't even know what's going on with you. But I'd like to change your direction to where instead of going to Dayton South, you are going to Chula Vista North or whatever it is. Okay, so this other train in the Flint train depot, even though you're really far away, I'm going to have you be that oil train. and you'll be the second train on the Arlington crude route. It's going to take you forever to get over there. And I don't really see any need to have all those open. And that should be enough, right? We're having oil going to here to make the plastic. We're having plastic. And that's where we're going to really make a ton of money. Like this Eugene goods line should make us so much money. And Arlington goods line, once they get running, oh, those should be extremely profitable. All right, let's go back to repaying our loan as well. So this, you know, as painful as it is, this should make a giant difference, shutting down this ineffective and costly setup that we had going down here, and focusing on this, like, basically that gave us free trains to get this other one going. I mean, yeah, they're, wow, 24 years old already for these electric trains? That's insane. I think they have a 40-year lifespan. So, you know, it's not like we need to really worry about getting the next generation of trains going. And this should be a straight shot to the plastic route, or the plastic, where the plastic is, right? So we haven't done a ride-along. I can't even remember, like, maybe one of the really early episodes where it was just like fast forward and skip through all this stuff. But this will be fun. Looks like we're taking the main line, which doesn't really make sense. Oh, that's right, because no, this is the Arlington train, right? Yeah, why wouldn't it take a bypass route? On the other hand, there's not much traffic on this main line. It should bypass, there we go, bypass the Eugene station. Oh boy, they were not worried about me running them down. And here's where we run into our congestion. A lot of stuff going on through here. Not really, like, there's got to be a way to redesign this whole interchange. Just not sure what it would be. A lot of really short stops there, yeah, it's really tight. And now, this doesn't make sense. Why are we going on the wrong side of the, ooh. Yeah, so we're having to like stop all this traffic so we can cross on the wrong side of the bridge? How in the world? Okay, well that was worth doing just to see that ridiculous. So to get in on that, oh, I know why. I bet you I put, what is that, waypoint number 8? And then Arlington, got it. Remove. Wow, that's pretty amazing that I was able to get through there that easily. All right. See, that's where planning ahead comes in, because this approach is terrible. It works, but you need to remember. And I was so used to the other game where I had built the stations with those stops in mind, like I did over at the new station we just set up. Yeah, you get into the habit of having things like set up efficiently. That's right. You're going up here to pick up plastic. Probably not gonna, oh, look at that, there's plastic waiting. Fantastic. So that means the oil line is gonna be running properly, and it's gonna take a couple of years, but these lines are gonna be very profitable, and that's gonna be real nice. So I'm excited to have that running here. Eugene, you're gonna miss out on your robots and tools, which is a shame, but you will definitely make up for it by having consumer goods delivered. And how do we have our, I think we're just neglecting this stop altogether, and we have our delivery. Yeah, we have, that's right, in this game we have the one line that goes back and forth between the two. In the other game I have just two distinct lines. I don't know if that really makes enough of a difference. So I suppose we could conceivably look at upgrading our passenger trains, but on the other hand, we just noticed that that the electric trains that we put on that new line are 20 or like getting close to 30 years old, and they have a 45-year lifespan, so they're 2/3 of the way. So we probably should be saving up some money in preparation for having to replace those trains. I think we have a little while yet, but so let's see here, 120, 117. This one's 110, so it's really holding up, I would say. 35 years, so they're starting to get a little old. This one does not inherently carry passengers. It's just a good passenger train, huh? This is $2.5 million a year. Not that much more powerful. Weird. I mean, I guess this one has a loading speed of 5x. Oh, and it does include the passenger capacity. There we go, yeah. So, because this one, if I were to put 3 of those on there, it'd be another $1 million, right? That would carry 60 some. And this one carries 81, so I'd have to put 4 to match up, which would be $1.2 million a year. So $2.7 million a year. So it's about the same price. Well, but this one's faster. Yeah, that's pretty reasonable. Let's go ahead and we'll go ahead and upgrade those. So let's look at our railroad, Eugene and Arlington. We only have the one train going back and forth, huh? Surprised we haven't run into any problems there. Let's set that to this new, less shiny one. And we're going to remove that one. There we go. And we'll click that to yes. And we'll upgrade our Eugene to San Diego line as well. Set vehicle. You guys will love it, Metro riders. Oh, yeah. You're going to love it when I have like a $50 million Metro train. All right, let's cut that down to a normal train. There we go, 25% yes. And that's that for those, huh? So what is our passenger situation looking like here? Eugene Arlington probably could use the second a second train on that line then if we just have a train leaving. That is hindering our growth in both of these cities. And then of course if they don't grow, we won't be able to deliver more goods. So getting another train on that Eugene Arlington line, that should be a priority. I'd need to be saving up money to be able to upgrade all of our existing trains, all of our rolling stock, as they say. Instead, I'm going to take out additional loans. Max this out again so we can get those passenger trains switched over. I don't know that they're going to be any faster or whatever, but I bet you the maintenance will go down. Although I didn't look to see what the maintenance is on these things. Oh, there's one that's already switched over. So I know what the maintenance is on that one. And I could have like a really low speed train running on this line because this is a very low speed line. 60 miles an hour. There's really no point in having this 200 or 120 mile an hour train running on this. On the other hand, I don't know that it's any more or less expensive than if we were to set up a slower train to run on it, so you know, may as well keep it on there. Wow, did I upgrade all those trains already? Because I'm broke. I am not upgraded all those trains yet. It's too bad. So running cost $1.1 million a year, whereas the new one, the running cost is $2.75 million a year. So that's expensive. It does carry 50% more passengers, so hopefully it will make up for it. Wow. I think I'm going to go ahead and send this guy to the well, this one is just right behind it. That's what the problem is. So basically we need to balance them out. I kind of want to send this one to the shop, but I think we're gonna let it replace. Does it cost to replace it? $20 million or something. $17 million. Probably won't have $17 million by the time it gets there. Nope, not at that rate. But you can see that the train number 6 is just following right behind train number 18. Here it's already having to slow down and wait for a free path. It's going to come into the station, and of course the station's going to be empty because train number 18 just left. So I'll see if I can balance these out now. Unfortunately, because of the speed difference, although the speed difference really isn't that high, so balancing them out now will be worth it. And then this train probably will, I should have enough money in the bank to upgrade that train when it gets to Eugene anyways. I don't know if there's any penalty for having a train stopped in the middle of the station. I mean, there's probably a mild penalty in that another train can't get into this slot. But passenger behavior has changed quite a bit. In train fever, you couldn't really stop a train in the station like this. Passengers would get really upset and start leaving and stuff. They don't really do that anymore. Still not 100% sure about how the economy works in this, but I have a better idea than... I mean, I understand it, I think, some of the differences between this and train fever. Well, unfortunately, not enough money to upgrade the train at this stop, so we'll have them run at a slight speed variation, but close that down. I don't need to sit there and obsess over it. At least we had something interesting going on. I swear, oh, and you guys cannot see this cursor. What can I do to make it to where you can see it? I bet you can't even see the... Can you see the blue dot when I do that? There's no way I'm going to remember to look at this video to see it. Anyways, now I don't remember what I was saying. So that was worth it. Keeping up on the cattle here. Now what's going on up here? Dayton Sawmill. Yeah, you're going to run into problems. All these things are going to be giving me alerts because there's no more traffic going to or from them. Now, these trains should start carrying logs to Dayton lumber mill, which will keep that thing running. But you can see we're accumulating a few goods here. It's slow work. Now I don't know why you did pick up logs. Just not very many waiting there. Raise production to avoid downgrade. Well, how can I raise production any higher? I guess I could put another train on the line? Not that I have the money to do that right now. But like these trains aren't even running full. Like start having those trains run full. Lots of goods waiting though, that's nice to see. This train got a little bit of plastic, so that's cool. But these are not running very full, and you can see they're not any more profitable than they were when they were running half empty all the time before this train. So, you know, at least the profitability hasn't changed, but also it's been 4 years, so this factory is still going to take a little while to kind of kick into gear with the very long transit times that we have going from each of these stations. I guess maybe putting additional trains on these lines might be beneficial. It's too bad we can't keep the construction material line going. We could bring logs and turn them into planks, and then bring the planks up to there, and then run empty. Yeah, what are we gonna do? Run empty all the way down to there, and then bring construction material back, and then we could turn this back on in a limited capacity basically just running for the construction material stuff, and that train runs 3/4 full as well. Kind of like that idea. It's gonna take us a little while to get more trains set up, but let's take a look at our lines here. So I took all the old lines and I just stuck them down here so they wouldn't necessarily get lost. But let's take this Eugene construction material line, and it starts at Lower Eugene, huh? So it starts there, and then it goes to Dayton waypoint number 6. So that's that one. And then it loads up logs, and then so that's Dayton South, and then it goes to Flint waypoint number 12. So that's the one we're going to want to remove. And we don't need to go to Flint Central. So we would go from Dayton South to Dayton Exchange is where I really want to go. What is Flint Halt? Oh, Flint Halt, because you were doing steel. Got it. So we don't need you. Or that one. Flint Central. No, don't need to go back up there. Dayton Exchange. So if we're going in, do we have this one set up properly? We do. Very good. So it goes from Dayton South to this waypoint to Dayton Exchange, and from Dayton Exchange it would go back to Eugene, which is all well and good, but that's not quite where it needs to go though, is it? Dayton Exchange, we don't want it to go there because it's going to go from Dayton South, where it picks up lumber, and then it's going to go to there. Really? You would say that is the correct route to get up there, huh? How would you even manage that? Oh, you come up and you curve around that way? How is that possibly a better result than doing that? Alright, let's remove that. We're going to build a signal down here. I didn't think it would be necessary. Put that there. We're going Dayton South. We're going to go through that signal. Chula Vista. There we go. East, and then from Chula Vista East, it's going to come around this way. It's going to come down here. And I want it to go to Dayton Exchange. How's it going to get to Dayton Exchange? There's really not an easy way to get there, so I need to put a track in there. Wait a minute. There's a pretty easy way to get in there, especially since none of this is being used anymore. I could pretty easily connect it up, but I think I'm just going to go ahead and do it through here. We'll connect it up right in here. And I think this is going to do it for this episode as well. Boy, these episodes are flying by, and it's kind of fun trying to reinvigorate and kind of reapply. What's going on down there? Apply some of the stuff that I've learned by playing more, and try to get this running a little more efficiently than we have. So yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying watching this and kind of going through this learning process. Or I mean, I am still learning. There's a lot to learn in this game, so it's going to be a long learning process, I think. But I definitely feel like you know, it's kind of fun to take this thing that we built, and then like it seemed really great when we were building it, and now it's like, oh, it's so messed up, and going through and fixing it up, like I think that's pretty fun. So I hope you guys are enjoying it as well. If you have been enjoying it, click the like button and tell me that way, or tell me more directly by leaving a comment in the comment area. I always appreciate hearing from the viewers, and I'm really glad that you're enjoying this. Wow, that is a sharp curve there. I can't really get it any faster, can I? That's too bad. And yeah, tune in next time. See you then. Bye.